Yo, what's going on, man? It's been a while since I've been here, and I'm happy to be here. And today, I'm talking about if I want a new camera or not. Do I like this camera that I'm using? I don't know, man. I'm gonna tell you right now. Because I do, and then I don't. This camera, it's really good. Canon T4i came out a really long time ago. Super outdated. You could go to Best Buy right now, or even Amazon. Get a Canon T5i or T6i and it'll perform better than mine, or if not the same, because those are obviously newer models. This camera came out a long time ago. Back when I had this camera, a lot of YouTubers had this. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna be like them. And so I had this camera for a while. It took me a while to try to get everything to look good because of the lighting, because of the contrast and saturation inside of the camera. It's a lot of stuff you got to go through, especially for video. Now for photos, this camera is perfect. This camera is amazing. I mean, every time I go to a car show or any event that requires me to take pictures or something, I take this camera, but not really anymore because it's really heavy. And I'll get to that in a little bit, of like the compactness of this camera. Very minimal because it's so big. I mean, we're talking about one of those photography cameras that photographers use. So for video, I would say that this camera is pretty good since there's endless amount of options you can do. I mean, a lot of people who record short films and make YouTube videos use this camera or this type of camera. What many people don't tell you about DSLRs is the autofocusing. I might look alright, I might come off good, but in reality, the autofocusing on this camera is garbage, because the main downside of having a camera like this for video is autofocus. This is the #1 reason why I don't like this camera, because of the autofocus. It's horrible. I mean, if I get close, if I get far, yeah, as you can tell, I think it just lost focus just for a second. I mean, it's still pretty quick, but that's not the way I want it. Because if I'm gonna be reviewing or unboxing something on video, autofocus sucks, because I try to point the thing on the screen and then it'll take like 50 years to try to focus back on it, and then it focuses on me. It's a mess. I never really understood how vloggers can use a DSLR like this to autofocus during video. That's pretty hard. I'm using straight up autofocus. I'm not using manual focus. I have done that in the past, and I actually bought a controller recently, like a DSLR remote, but that didn't really work out for me. Like, this is practical for YouTubers who just stand still the entire time and they don't move because, I don't know, somebody has a gun to their head or something, or they're either making makeup videos. But with me, I mean, I'm always moving. I can't stay in one place. I mean, it just feels really weird just, you know, saying something and then not moving. So doing that straight up, like the way they do it is they go to their camera. The way that people do manual focus during video on themselves is they either have like a little remote, they take a picture, they go to the camera, switch it to a manual mode, and then it's a long process, but it's stupid because you have to either take like a piece of wood or something, or a piece of something, have your subject, and then focus on it, and then go to the camera, make sure the camera can't autofocus again so that the focus stays right here, right? I don't even know if that made any sense, but it's pretty simple stuff. The reason why I didn't like it is because you can't move. If you move even a little bit, the camera loses focus because it doesn't know where to focus anymore, since you set that focus directly to this previous spot and then you move back a little bit or you move to the side. It loses focus completely. It's really dumb, and then it looks all blurry and fuzzy. I used to do like straight up, because with my older lens I can straight up be directly in front of my camera. With this lens I have to be a good 5 feet away, even though it might look like I'm directly up against it. I'm not. That's why everything might look a little bit zoomed in. You won't really be able to see the depth in my body, you know. Wow, I rambled on about that a lot. That's because manual focusing for me isn't relevant. right now at least. So I gotta rely on autofocus. The newer cameras like the Canon 70Ds and 80Ds, those expensive cameras, the higher end ones, they have what's called dual pixel autofocusing, and I never really owned a camera with the dual pixel autofocusing system, so I don't really know anything about it. All I know is that this is the focusing system that most YouTubers are privileged to have. Most of the bigger ones who have their Gorilla Pod right here and their big camera and their Rode Video Mic Pro. That's like a $1 billion setup, and that's not really practical for me. I mean, my camera's on a tripod all day every day, so I don't need to do run and gun shooting. But the autofocusing would sure be nice, because apparently you can just move anywhere and it's gonna focus directly on you within milliseconds or seconds. It's super fast. That's all I can really say about that. What I'm trying to get at is this camera is really good for video and for pictures, but videos are pretty difficult to produce since autofocusing. That's the main thing. If the autofocusing on this camera was all right, I'd be fine, but it's not. That being said, I want a new camera, yes, but it's not really relevant because quality isn't really what I want. Like this quality, it's as good as it's gonna get. I mean, it could be much better, but that's not what I want, because you know, I still got a couple acne phases, and you know, it just doesn't look good. Content is what you want. Content is good, and autofocusing, but I can't get that, man. It sucks. The quality is alright, it's just the autofocusing. That's why I want a new camera, then I don't. I know I probably sound repetitive, but it's the truth. Because if I were to get a new camera, I mean, I'm going to be spending like an extra $500 after I sell this one out of my pocket. Because it's a lot of science that goes behind it. Plus, I've been thinking about getting a camera, or I really want this camera. It's called a Canon G7X Mark II. Pretty expensive, and it's like one of the best cameras out there. Or point and shoot cameras, at least. If I were to get a point and shoot camera, I can take it anywhere, and it's very compact. I can put it in my pocket. Wi-Fi, that's another big thing too. This camera doesn't have Wi-Fi, so if I want to take a picture, if I want to upload it online, it's so weird because this camera, for the most part, DSLRs, they take pictures raw, in a raw format, meaning, I mean, it's raw. That's all I can really say. Straight from the camera, it's a different format, and then you gotta go to a Canon program thing that they provide you with in the disc, or you could just download it online now. You like convert it, and that takes so long. Like, it would just be so much easier if I could take a picture and then get it to my phone and then upload it online. But no, that's not how it works. The Canon G7X Mark II is pretty good at autofocusing. It's super quiet, super fast, and plus the camera's really compact. While a camera like the Canon 70D or 80D, it's pretty big, and plus autofocusing, I mean, it's good, yeah, but it's still gonna hunt. It's not compact at all. So if I want to go somewhere, if I want to take pictures, then I'm gonna be looking like Frank West from Dead Rising 2, off the record, baby. I don't want to look like him. Yeah, it's cool having a pretty big camera just on your chest, but I mean, when you live in a pretty bad city, you don't really want to do that. Me personally, I don't really do videos vlog styled outside of my house, because what am I gonna do? I have no life, bro. McLovinsFunhouse, baby. You know, that's where I was born. I love the heaviness and the control of a DSLR though, and also the way that people look at you. I mean, if you got a pretty big camera rig, and even if you add a little Gorilla Pod or even a microphone on top, it's gonna look super complicated. People are gonna think that even if you're young, they're gonna think like, damn, this kid he's in the movies or something. He makes films. A long time ago, when I went to this big car show festival thing, I had my rig, and everybody was looking at me like, damn, this kid, he's going places. And it was funny because whenever I recorded some certain shots, like let's say, you know, these guys were subbing out or these guys were doing burnouts, they went to their max whenever they saw me with that camera. It was pretty funny. So that's pretty cool. Let's say you go to the mall, right? You have another person recording you. You get kicked out. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. But what I'm trying to get at is if you have this little puny camera, Canon G7X, or even your smartphone, people are going to take you as a joke. But when you got this big rig going on, people are going to think that you're out of state and you're doing something super professional or something. So to sum it all up, yes, I do want a new camera one of these days. Is it going to happen? Most likely not, since I would have to sell this and it just takes a while, and then I would have to spend money out of my pocket, and it would just take a while and a lot of money and effort. Plus, I don't really need a new camera. I mean, I could use this for as long as it dies, which is never gonna happen. I mean, this camera never really took a beating before, since I take care of myself. The day that I have 14 billion bucks, yeah, why not? I'm gonna buy the Canon G7X. But I don't really see myself buying one at all, like right now, because I don't really need it. But then I really do. That's pretty much on my wish list. Canon G7X Mark II or Canon 70 or 80D, whichever one's better and a little cheaper. But that's probably not going to happen until a while, because this is fine. I mean, I make YouTube videos and my channel's been going down drastically lately. And then plus, I haven't been lazy, but I just haven't really been feeling myself making YouTube videos. I mean, right now, I'm feeling pretty good. That's why I'm making this video. I was like, you know what? I gotta make a video before I feel like crap. So here I am. I love to make YouTube videos, but then sometimes, you know, you gotta do things in life first. You gotta have fun. But this is my fun. Alright everybody, that's pretty much it for today's video. You know, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for actually taking the time out of your day to watch this, because nobody watches me, bro. And I've been slacking a bit on my videos, but that's perfectly fine. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.